Karma. A word we hear often, usually in casual conversation. What goes around comes around. But in Buddhism, karma isn't about punishment. It's not cosmic revenge. And it certainly isn't a force waiting to get you. Karma, at its core, is cause and effect. The Buddha taught that every action, every word, every thought, every intention, plants a seed. That seed may grow quickly, or it may take lifetimes, but it always bears fruit. Karma isn't someone else's judgment of you. It's the natural unfolding of your own intentions. This changes everything. Because it means your life is not dictated by fate or by a God's decision. Your life is shaped by what you do, consciously, intentionally, moment by moment. And in that truth lies both responsibility and freedom. The Buddha made it clear, karma begins with intention. If you accidentally step on an ant, it does not generate negative karma, because there was no intent to harm. But if you act with cruelty, selfishness, or deceit, even in small ways, those intentions carry weight. The same goes for kindness. A sincere act of compassion can ripple far beyond what we see. The size of the action doesn't matter as much as the heart behind it. That's why Buddhism places so much emphasis on awareness, on being present with what motivates us. We're not judged by a higher power. We're shaped by the habits of our own mind. And those habits, left unchecked, are what keep us trapped. Buddhism teaches that we live in a cycle: birth, death, rebirth. It's called samsara. We don't carry money or titles into our next life, but we do carry the imprints of our actions. Some call this a moral ledger. But it's not really about balance sheets. It's about momentum. If we live in anger, that anger becomes part of us. If we live with compassion, that too becomes part of us. This doesn't mean someone is born into suffering because they're being punished. That's a misunderstanding. It means that our past, known or unknown, has shaped our present. And our present, in turn, is shaping what comes next. But here's the most important part: we are not prisoners of our past. Right now, in this very moment, change is possible. A single shift in awareness, a single step toward kindness, begins a new pattern. Even someone who's made deep mistakes can transform. The story of Angulimala, the feared murderer who encountered the Buddha, is proof of that. He went from violence to peace, from destruction to healing. Not because karma forgot, but because he changed direction. He planted new seeds. The Buddha didn't teach karma to scare people. He taught it to wake people up. Before his enlightenment, he himself lived in extremes. First, as a prince in luxury. Then, as an ascetic, starving his body. Neither brought peace. It was only when he found balance, the middle way, that he began to understand how karma actually works. He saw that our actions are deeply tied to mental states: greed, hatred, ignorance, and these drive the cycle of suffering. But he also saw that generosity, compassion, and wisdom can stop that cycle entirely. The result is freedom. Liberation. What we call nirvana. Karma, then, is not a jail sentence. It's not fate carved in stone. It's the energy of your own choices shaping your path. And once you see that, life no longer feels random. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And you start asking, what is this teaching me? The truth is, karma is subtle. It doesn't always show up instantly. Some acts bear fruit right away. Others take time, like a seed growing underground. That's why the Buddha urged patience. Just because you don't see immediate results doesn't mean your good efforts are lost. Every kind word, every mindful breath, every honest choice, they all matter. It's easy to become discouraged when you do good and still suffer. But karma doesn't work on a schedule. It works on alignment. And often, the greatest rewards aren't external, they're the inner peace that grows when we live in truth. Equally, karma doesn't mean passivity. If something painful happens, you're not expected to just accept it and smile. Buddhism is not about blind acceptance. It's about conscious transformation. If suffering arises, we're invited to meet it with wisdom, not helplessness. And that's the gift of karma, it empowers us. Because if we are the ones creating the pattern, then we are also the ones who can shift it. Every thought, every word, every action becomes an opportunity. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. If today you choose patience instead of irritation, generosity instead of selfishness, clarity instead of reaction, you've changed the flow. You've changed your karma. And over time, your life begins to reflect that shift. The Buddha reminded us to examine not just what we do, but why we do it. Are your actions driven by fear or by understanding? By greed or by care? When you begin living with this kind of awareness, karma stops being a mysterious force and becomes a mirror. You see more clearly how your life is shaped. And you begin to take full responsibility for the energy you carry into each moment. It's not about becoming a saint. It's about becoming honest, with yourself, and with the world. When you understand karma, you begin to live more gently. You speak more kindly. You move through the world not to earn a reward, but because you realize your actions are your legacy. Your intentions are your path. And what you put out into the world inevitably returns. Not as punishment, but as reflection. That's why the Buddha didn't leave us with rules. He left us with tools, mindfulness, ethical living, right intention, so we could walk through life with clarity. He showed that the most powerful transformation begins not with a massive event, but with a simple shift, from reaction to reflection. From craving to contentment. From harming to healing. So when we say, what is karma, we're really asking, how do I shape my life? And the answer is both humbling and inspiring, you already are. Right now, this very moment, is the seed of your future. And the kind of seed you plant is up to you. So plant gently. Water wisely. Live mindfully. Because karma isn't watching you. It's becoming you.